Today we talk about Ilzam Ishq. Episode 53 aired on November 12, 2025 on Hum TV. This episode arrives at a turning point in the story, a point where secrets can no longer stay hidden, and every character must face the weight of their own decisions. It's a moment of truth, one that quietly reshapes everything we've seen so far. Ilzam Ashrak is a story about love, accusation, and the fragile balance between emotion and reputation, directed by Kashif Salim and produced by Mamina Duraid. The show explores how relationships are tested under pressure. At the heart of the story are Humayoun Ashraf and Malik, two actors who portray vulnerability and strength with remarkable control. In the previous episodes, tension had been building silently. There were lies that remained unspoken, truths that everyone suspected but nobody confirmed. Episode 53 is where that silence finally breaks. The episode opens with a heavy, uncertain atmosphere. Humayoun Ashraf's character faces a serious accusation, one that questions not only his integrity, but also his sense of identity. The person who once stood by him now speaks against him. For a moment, he is lost between disbelief and betrayal. Malik's character, however, does not stay silent. She steps forward, calm, composed but firm. She says the truth isn't what people believe. It's what the heart has been hiding. It's a brief moment, yet it changes everything. The camera lingers on her face. There's hesitation, but also strength. It's as if she finally chooses to stand up for what she knows is right. Then comes the revelation, a secret that had been buried for years, now brought into the open. This truth is not new to the audience, but it hits the characters like a storm. It's the kind of secret that defines who they are and what they mean to each other. Humayoun Ashraf's character listens, silent and stunned. The scene shifts into a flashback, muted light. Slow pacing, echoes of the past. We see how one decision, made years ago, became the foundation of today's misunderstanding. It's painful, but necessary for Malik's character. This revelation is freeing. She admits her part in the silence. She says softly, "I should have told you earlier." Her voice trembles, yet she doesn't look away. This confession becomes the emotional core of the episode, a moment when silence turns into courage. Then the circle widens, family members and side characters, once in the background, now step into focus. Each one has an opinion, a side to choose. Some stand with Maria, others defend Humayoun. A family elder, usually silent, speaks with calm authority. Doing what's right isn't easy, but it's the only thing worth doing. That line captures the episode's soul. Another family member admits their own mistake, a small apology. But meaningful, we see the story evolve from a private argument to a collective reckoning. The message is clear. No accusation stands alone. It spreads through everyone connected to it. As the episode nears its end, the energy slows down. Two people, one room. In silence, they sit across from each other, not as enemies, but as people who've run out of excuses. Maria's character finally speaks, "I won't hide anymore." Humayoun's character lowers his eyes and replies, "Then we'll see where that leaves us." It's quiet. He walks out of the room. The camera stays on Maria as the door slowly closes behind him. There are no tears, no screams, only the echo of what's been said. The screen fades, leaving viewers in deep thought. Now, why does this episode matter so much? First, it changes the story's direction. Until now, everything was about assumptions and avoidance. In this episode, truth takes center stage. It forces every character to choose between comfort and honesty. Second, Malik's character transforms. She's no longer the passive, wounded figure we met earlier. Here, she stands her ground. Her tone, her presence, they reflect ownership and maturity. This growth makes her one of the strongest female characters in the series. Third, the family dynamics take shape. Ilzam Ashrak has always shown how personal pain affects everyone around it. Episode 53 deepens that theme. It reminds us that relationships in such dramas aren't just about romance, they're about how society shapes emotion and how reputation becomes part of love. Fourth, a deeper meaning, the episode asks. Hard questions. When does silence become guilt? Is truth always worth the cost? And who gets to decide what honor means? These questions echo beyond the screen, into everyday life. That's what gives the show its realism. Fifth, the craft. The cinematography is quiet and restrained. Close-ups capture the smallest flickers of emotion. The lighting is soft. The colors subdued, almost like memory. There are no loud sound effects, no dramatic music. Instead, the silence itself speaks. That artistic control makes the emotional weight feel authentic. When we compare episode 53 with earlier ones, the shift is unmistakable. This is where the drama matures. Love, accusation, truth, all stand side by side. No one wins. No one loses. What remains is the truth itself, raw and unadorned. For the audience, this episode invites reflection. It asks, have we ever judged someone without knowing the whole story? Have we ever stayed silent when we should have spoken? These are quiet but powerful thoughts, the kind that stay long after the episode ends. By the time the credits roll, it's clear episode 53 isn't just another episode. It's a statement. It shows how facing the truth is painful, but necessary for growth. It reminds us that silence protects no one forever. Humayoun Ashraf's performance captures this pain beautifully. His eyes do most of the talking. Malik, on the other hand, balances grief with determination. Together, they create a tension that feels both real and relay. As the door closes in that final scene, we realize the story isn't ending. It's transforming. The next episodes will likely explore what truth costs for relationships, for families, for the self. Episode 53 reminds us that accusations are easy to make. But to rise above an accusation takes strength, patience, and faith in one's own truth. And perhaps that is the true meaning behind Ilzam, the burden of love, and the courage it demands.